Michael Kunz, manager, Mercedes-Benz Classic Center, USA.
So, Michael, tell us about the Classic Center, because this 1960 four-door touring car is part of your collection in the Classic Center.
Yes, it is. Classic Center is really kind of a hybrid operation. We're part dealership, part museum. First and foremost, we manage the brand history of Mercedes-Benz. If we think about our history, it's 120 years long. There's quite a lot of history there, and we make sure that the story is always portrayed correctly. And we integrate brand messages or classic brand messages into our contemporary today advertising of today. We have a dealer function through the center in that we sell parts for classic cars and supporting our owners of classic cars. We do restorations on classic cars at the Classic Center, and we buy and sell cars.
What's the oldest car you've restored in the center so far?
Right now we're primarily working on cars from the 1950s and 1960s. We're a relatively young operation still, so right now the oldest car that we are working on right now is from the early 1960s. So we do see older cars though. We have about 35 cars from the collection in Germany, and we have cars as old as 1895.
Tell me, Michael, how closely are you related, are you working with the museum in Stuttgart?
We're really directly aligned with the museum. All of our operations really stem out of that ultimately. The Classic Center in its original form in Germany was an outgrowth of the museum. So we have a collection of cars from the museum. We reach back to them for archival information when we receive requests from customers about the history of a particular car. So we're directly related to them, so we work very closely with them.
You know, I've been going to Pebble Beach, Concord Alley since 1986, and I remember seeing your museum director, Max Von Pine, over in Pebble Beach, bidding on cars back then to take back to the museum. They have quite a few cars there, don't they?
We have quite a few cars, over 700 cars, trucks, and buses. It's a spectacular museum, really running the breadth of our brand history. A lot of cars that are one-offs and very rare cars, and we're always on the lookout, even today, just as Max did back then, for interesting cars that we can add to our collection.
Now, the car center that you have in Irvine, do you allow visitors to come see all the cars?
Anytime. We're open for tours at any time, so we're open from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Just come by. If you'd like a tour, if the customer would like the tour on the weekend, we can arrange that. Right now we're not open on weekends, but it's easily arranged, and we're all enthusiasts, and we're proud to show it off.
Michael, do you have a website for your Classic Center in Irvine?
Yes, we do. It's www.mbclassiccenterusa.com.
And if someone wanted to throw a party or something, would they be able to do that as well?
That's another service that we offer, and we use the center as a party center, a catering center, and we've done groups as small as 18 people for dinner, and we've done groups as large as 200 people for dinner. So yes, by all means, parties are, it's a good place to have a party.
Mercedes has a huge amount of car clubs. Do you know how many car clubs there are for Mercedes?
There are a lot of, well, of course in the United States you have the main club. They're about 35,000 strong. That's the Mercedes-Benz Club of America. And then there are a lot of smaller clubs that are very model-specific clubs. So you have the Gullwing group, which is the 300 SL group. You have the Pagoda group, which is the 230, 250, and 280 SL. So a lot of splinter groups. And then the M100 group is another example. Those are the owners of the 600 series, the limousines, kind of the car that came after this car. It's quite a big group. I would say in terms of total membership, somewhere around 45,000 people in the clubs, and quite a few smaller clubs. So we don't know of all of them. There are a lot of guys that just befriend each other because they have a similar car, but quite a few of them.
Now, do they come down to the Classic Center and have events there?
Yes, they do. We host them frequently on weekends for club events and cars and coffee type event, just talking about the cars, and we see them quite frequently.
And they're able to order parts for their cars
They
there?
can order parts right through us. We have a parts counter, and those parts are available either directly from the center in Irvine, or we order them and we have them in a few days.
How old are the parts that you have? How far back do you go?
We go back to the beginning. That's one of the competitive advantages of Mercedes-Benz as a brand, that we're able to supply parts for the first cars ever made. So
And that
way back,
was?
1886.
And what was that car?
That was the Benz patent motor wagon, and that really was the birth of the automobile, the first vehicle ever.
Sounds like we've got to go to the Classic Center at some point.
Please visit us.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Very good.